Hi guys, how y'all doing out there? This video today is about buyer fatigue. And if you guys are out there in the market trying to buy a home, trying to find you a home, and you're finding out that this thing is a little bit different than I remember, or what kind of market is this? Because I ain't even ready for this right here. So you guys, if you are trying to buy and you're feeling a little fatigued, maybe this video will help give you a little bit of encouragement, or at least tell you reasons why you may be experiencing that fatigue, and maybe some advantages of going ahead and pushing through the fatigue to be able to buy your home. So let's get some great information and maybe a little encouragement today in this video. So please stay tuned. All right, you guys, if you guys are out there and you're trying to buy a home, first of all, let me say hurrah for you, because you a real one. You out there and you're in the trenches, okay? Because you are out there trying to get yourself a home in this market. Yes, you are doing the little work here, because there's not a lot of homes on the market. As we all know, the inventory is very low, with housing market statistics basically showing us that there's only about 2.4 months of housing inventory out there right now. So you guys, it is a real competition out there for buyers. They are trying to find homes, and many are putting in offers, sometimes on different homes at a time, hoping that one will fall through and or they will be able to get their offer accepted. But some of them are finding that they're really having a difficult time. You guys, it's so bad that I was reading an article this week, and not in my state of Tennessee, but in another state, where they were making offers on a home. One home was cost $1.5 million, and they offered another $1.5 million, you guys, on top of the purchase price, the asking price. So double their asking price, and they still got their offer rejected, because somebody else came in with that offer and some more little things, and they were able to get their offer accepted. Another offer they said that came in was like some ridiculous amount, like way over the asking price, where they offered like even like investment type of things where they could be worth more value later on, and still with the offer is being rejected. There's so much stuff going on in the marketplace right now. And one of the craziest things I heard was that the buyers offered the sellers, they was offering the asking price more than the asking price for the home they were trying to buy, like way over. And then they also offered to buy the seller's next home. You guys, craziness, right? Like, they're buying essentially two homes to get one. So the home that the sellers were moving to, they actually bought that home to get their offer accepted. Wild and crazy things going on out here in today's housing market. So needless to say, there are some buyers like, what the world? So there is extreme buyer fatigue right now that we're seeing in the housing market. So I want to show you this slide here to let you know how the difference has been between June of last year, 2020, to June of this year. We're seeing a big difference right now. So let's take a look at this graph and let's see what the numbers are showing us. So in this graph here, you'll see the percent of respondents who say it's a good time to buy. And you can see that that number has went down from June 2020 of 61% to May of 2021 at 35%. You guys, many are like, okay, yeah, it's a good time to sell because there's not a lot of homes out there. It's a great time to sell, but for us buyers, we're gonna put it on back a little bit, because this market is crazy, and these people, they are like, no, we are not doing it. No, we're not gonna do it this year. We're gonna hold off. We're gonna wait a little while and everything. They're trying to figure it out, because after so many offers, if you get your offer rejected, it's kind of gonna make you feel like a certain way, like, what? I just offered over the asking price. I'll, forego some of these contingencies and still, so some people are, and they feel it a little bit because they offer and getting accepted, but there are things you can do to get your offer accepted. And needless to say, guys, I just want to say too that some buyers feel like, okay, if I offer the asking price, then that should be good or a little bit above. In this market, I'm telling you, go in with your best offer, because the sellers do not have to counter your offer. They can go ahead and just sweep that under the rug. When they got like 20 or 30 other offers to look at that's coming in strong, like buying them another house or something, they ain't gonna push your offer to the side. You come in with your best offers, especially if you are like, this is my dream home. This is the one right here I've been looking for. This is the one I dreamt about. This is the one I can see myself in. Come on in with your strongest offer. Don't come back to me or go back to your agent saying, you know, you need to tell me I need to offer, you know, more or something so I can get my offer accepted. Yes, honey, boo, you got the offer. You got the offer, honey, your best offer up front, because they do not have to come back and counter your offer. In today's housing market, being as strong and robust as it is, you need to come in strong with your offer, especially if you feel like that's the home for you. And if it is for you, it will be for you. Believe that, okay? So, you guys, there's a lot of buyer fatigue. And I want to go through the reasons on my next slide as to why we're seeing this buyer fatigue. Alright guys, so let's look at the 7 sources of buyer fatigue. Let's get into it. So number 1, okay, record high median price. Alright, and we're seeing an increase of 13% year over year that we saw in April. Record high median price. The prices on the homes we know we've been seeing incredibly price appreciation. We've been talking about that in our market reports. And that's one thing that has caused this fatigue with buyers. Number 2, record low inventory. And as I said earlier, we are seeing about 2.4 months of inventory on the market right now, which is very low. Considering back in January, it was around 1.9 months of inventory. And we're only at about 2.4 months now. And keeping in mind that a stable market has about 6 months of inventory to be considered stable. So we're at 2.4. So that's definitely a source of buyer fatigue, because you figure you got a couple houses and all these buyers trying to get in, right, to get to the home. And that's creating that competition and just, you know, for buyers. Okay, number 3, record high percent sales over list price. Guys, sellers, hello sellers out there. If you're thinking about selling your home, it's a great time. This is like the super sellers market, okay? Because you are getting record offers, like multiple offers over the list price. Now, keep in mind, you have to price your home accordingly to the market. You can't just say, oh, I can price it at whatever. Now, you still got to be in line, because buyers are savvy and they're smart and they do their research as well. So you want to price it accordingly so you can get those multiple offers. But boy, when you get those multiple offers, you got some competition. You got some, not competition, but you got multiple offers to choose from, right? So when we see this record high percent sales over list price, that is, you know, again, we're seeing that the buyers have to come in strong with their offers, right? So number 4, record low days on market. Okay, a lot of homes that we're seeing, like in our market, are selling within 7 days, 5-7 days. They are under contract, you know, so there's a lot of competition out there, and the homes are not staying on the market long. As basically when they come on the market, not too soon after they're off the market and under contract. So if you really want to get in, you need to be, you know, up on it when those houses coming on the market and getting in there and getting your offer in as soon as possible. So that means you already being pre-approved. That means having your earnest money. That means coming with your strong offer. So guys, record low days on market is another thing that's creating this buyer's fatigue. Okay, then we got record low mortgage rates, which of course is driving buyers to the market, right? So they're trying to get in while these mortgage rates are low. Then 6, half of the houses listed in April went pending in 1 week or less. There again, I'm saying like these houses are, as soon as they come on the market, basically 5-7 days, we're seeing them under contract. That means getting in early, having an agent that's up on it, that's knowledgeable about houses, keeping up with the market, and when they hit, getting in there, making sure you're making an offer if that's the one for you, and so your offer is strong and more likely to get accepted. Okay, and then we have number 7, 19% of homes sold in April had their appraised value come in below the contract price. 19% of homes sold in April had their appraised value come in below the contract price. So buyers are trying to get in. There may be the house is listed for $200,000. Maybe they're offering that $210,000. House comes back, it's only appraised for the $200,000. So many homes are coming in. Their appraised value is below that contract price. So if the contract price is for $210,000, then the buyers have to come up with that proof of funds and be able to show that they can make up for that difference and be able to have that strong offer. There's a lot of fatigue for buyers, like just trying to get an offer accepted, trying to come in with a strong offer, not really knowing what other people may be offering, and then really trying to put up your best offer and thinking like, yeah, we got this in the bag, it's sealed, we know we got this, and then being beat out by another offer. So there's a lot of buyer fatigue right now, but we do encourage, especially during this National Home Ownership Month, for buyers, if you really need a home, you want a home, then to give you the information so you can make the best decision possible for you, right? So at least you'll have the information you need to be able to make the decision for yourself. And that's what we want to do with these videos. I want to be able to put the information out there so you can make the choice that's best for you. And to know really, if you're a buyer out here in today's market, you are not alone if you are experiencing this fatigue, because we're seeing it all over where buyers are really doing what they can to get into a home, where some buyers are even offering lease backs so that the sellers can stay in the home even up to a year later so that they can get in the home of their dreams, or the home that they really, really want. A lot of stuff going on out here, guys. So we want to talk about the advantages of home ownership, right? There are advantages to owning a home. So one of the things is just you have freedom, right? You have your own space, your own home. I mean, nobody can really tell you what you can do in your home, so you can make it unique to yourself. If you want to design a certain way, if you want to paint the walls a certain color, whatever you want to do is your freedom, your option. You have control over your own space. You're not restricted by somebody else's rules and what they say you can do or you can't do. You can do whatever you want to do in your own home, right? It's your house. So that is a thing too. You have your loved ones close. You have freedom to do what you want to do. And then also just the stability and control and security of having your own home, right? So that's a wonderful thing, having your own home and having that security, feeling stable, and also just a sense of success and accomplishment in having your own house. It's one of the things you say when you get older, one of those things you're going to have, I'm going to have my house, so you be able to achieve that level. And although also experts are saying to us as well, not to even look at it just as of a thing of, oh, I've accomplished this, but of a way of accomplishing wealth. So there's also another advantage toward being a homeowner is building that wealth, but also other advantages to having your own home could be just the feeling you get of having a community and being comfortable in your own home, and then being part of that community and connecting with others in your neighborhood, doing things for the community, maybe getting involved with social groups or activities within the community and feeling connected to others as well. If you want to buy, I should say, you should explore options and really weigh out, the advantages that you have, or the things that you may need to look at and see what you need to do to be able to get into a home, whether that's, looking at credit, or whether that's looking at different things about planning to how you're going to put your down payment, or when you come into this market, like how far you want to go above the asking price, how far is your limit, if you're going to offer above, and maybe what's your cap, what's the highest you're going to go, and be okay with that. Be okay with saying, okay, we set this as this is our cap as far as we're going to go, and that's it. And be okay to walk away, because you don't want to stretch yourself, even though we encourage you to buy, but don't stretch yourself to the point where you won't even be able to be in the home long because you didn't overstretch, and now other things happen. So weigh out the advantages and disadvantages for yourself. Okay, guys, let's look at this slide here. It's from Doug Duncan, and it says, however, despite the challenging buying conditions, consumers do appear more intent to purchase on their next move, a preference that may be supported by the expectation of continued low mortgage rates, as well as the elevated savings rate during the pandemic, which may have allowed many to afford a down payment. Okay, so this is one of the things that we're seeing in the market, that there are some buyers who are still moving forward. And also, when we look at our next slide tells us about America's choice of best long-term investment. And when you look at this slide, we went over this one in our last national market report, but to reiterate, 41% believe that real estate is the best long-term investment, with stocks coming in next at 26%, then gold at 18%, and savings accounts at 9%, and then 3% for bonds. But 41% for real estate, America's choice of best long-term investment, 41% for real estate. So yes, guys, so we do encourage the home ownership, because again, one of those long-term investments can be with real estate and building that wealth. But you guys, yes, home ownership does have its advantages, but a lot of people are experiencing that buyer fatigue. And again, I would encourage you, if you really want a house, to stay with it. Really look at the numbers and see what makes sense for you. If you're going to go above list price, making sure you know what your cap is, what you can do, what you may not want to do, what can you do to make your offer strong. Talking about those things with your real estate agent, and maybe just making those decisions as a family and coming together to know what is the best for you. And I really encourage you guys to just stay encouraged, because this is a very hot housing market, and we are seeing a little bit more homes come on the market. That's what the numbers are showing. So there will be more to choose from, which may slow down some buyer demand. As far as for sellers, they may not get as many multiple offers if we see in more homes come on the market, and eventually as more and more homes come on the market, that multiple offers may dwindle quite a bit by next year. So we'll see how it goes, you guys. But yes, if you're in the market, just stay encouraged. And yeah, you guys, you're not alone. So there's a lot of people putting up some strong things to get their offer accepted, but be encouraged and do what makes sense for you. So guys, that's it for this one. I hope to bring you more great information. You guys stay well, be blessed, and I'll see you on the next one.